The world of esports may be a mystery or something very common to you. On this, the Juhadre podcast in association with Rated R Esports, we're going to talk a lot about it. So without further ado, let's jump right into our episode. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Juhadre. I am Juhadre.
And I am Alvatross 17.
Hi.
Good day.
Good day to you. It's actually been a while. You and I haven't seen each other very much.
No, because you're so busy.
I'm sorry.
And I have a kid.
Well, there is that. So, it's actually, I'm really excited to do this episode. Firstly, because I like what we did last week with our Relax episode.
Okay, so let's explain that one.
Yeah.
Because I know it's going to come out today. We did not run out of topics.
No.
We have a list of topics.
Yeah, and you even mentioned what we were going to talk about last week when we were talking, when we were explaining the episode. And we're not running out of content. We're not getting lazy. We're still all up on it. It just, that particular week just blasted the both of us work-wise. Just there was no energy left to make a good podcast, to have a full conversation, I think.
No, I agree. It's weird how much we are not involved in each other's lives. We work together, band together, podcast together. Our wives are best friends.
Yeah.
So I know exactly where you're coming from. Everybody's got those days.
Yes, and that was Friday last week. So I don't want to apologize because, again, I liked the episode. I did the editing last night or the other night, and I thought it was still a lot of fun. We had a good topic. We had a good discussion. And
so speaking about that, how you always listen to the episode,
yes.
It's funny because you approached me at work the other day, and you just had this biggest smile on my face, and I pulled my headphone off. I was like, what? What's so funny? You're like, well, I'm listening to our podcast. We're so funny. And I'm just like, I don't know how you can do it because I have not listened to any of our stuff. I cannot listen to my voice. I'm just one of those people. One of our other coworkers, he's on the same page as me. He's like, yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't listen to my voice. Nope.
Yeah, I listened through the whole thing, but maybe that's something about my personality. I don't know. It might say something negative about me, but I'm happy. I had a good time.
Again, very uncomfortably optimistic.
I was waiting for those exact words. So a couple other things before we get into our actual episode here. I noticed that nobody messaged either of us when on episode 5, What Makes It. We wrote down the things that we think makes a good game. And you picked a certain color of marker, and we said, okay, everybody, message in if you think you know what Juhadre's favorite color is. And nobody did. So is it time to reveal it, or do we ask the question one more time?
Hell no. Fans need to call in.
All right.
Or tweet in. No. I don't know. I don't know. It's like ninth episode. I mean, I know this is a baby podcast.
It really is.
It is still so young. We're still trying to figure it out. I mean, time suck. Mm-hmm. It took him so many episodes to actually figure out what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So.
Then let's keep it the mystery. Give a few more weeks.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's do it the end of the year. If no one has answered by the end of the year, we'll go ahead and reveal that.
Yeah, actually, I think that's when we also said we were going to start season 2 in 2020.
Yeah, 2020 will be season number 2. We'll have our social media up. We'll have done all of the sound updates, which, by the way, again, doing the editing and listening through all the episodes, it's a lot better. I found that setting in there. I don't know why it's on by default. It's so weird. But if I turn off one amplification thing that just comes on by
changes
default,
the sound so different.
It's immense. And it's so much better. Literally, Wednesday night when I did our Relax episode, I just hit play, and there was nothing wrong with it. Like, I didn't have to cover up any gasps. I didn't need to take away any bumps hums. Nothing.
Because I just ordered windscreens.
Yes. Which, and maybe we'll be able to leave it on with the when we get the windscreen. But getting a little bit off
We'll
topic.
see.
Yeah, we will see.
Oh, this podcast's always off topic. Okay.
That's true. Next thing is an update. During our Relax episode, once again, I made a prediction for the League of Legends World Championship semifinals.
And you were completely wrong.
100%
Both
wrong.
teams lost.
Yes, they did. And it wasn't even as close as I predicted.
No, it was bad. Would you like to
so
reveal the scores?
Bad. Yes, because the finals are Sunday morning at 5 a.m. So by the time this episode comes out, this is 6 days after Worlds.
So if you haven't watched it, not my fault.
Yeah, exactly. It was 3-1, Fun Plus over Invictus, which is who I thought would win. I actually had them going all the way and winning the whole tournament, and they lost in the semifinals. So rest in peace. And then it was 3-1 G2 over SKT. It was every single playoff game right now. All the quarters and all the semifinals have been a 3-1 victory. So that's kind of weird. So go ahead and check that out. Twitch.tv/riotgames, LOLesports.com, Sunday morning of November 10th at 5 a.m. Mountain Time? I'm pretty sure. Might be Pacific.
We're in Mountain Time.
We're in Mountain Time, but that's what it says that on the website. Anyway, you got to check those things and you'll see it. The League of Legends World Championships is going to be Fun Plus Phoenix versus G2. It's going to be a heck of a series.
What's your prediction on that one?
Oh, gosh dang it. I listened through the entirety of Riot's podcast called The Dive.
Mm-hmm.
And their European counterpart, Euphoria, because EU stands for Europe, so it's Euphoria. It's a good name. I love the pun names, I'm not going to lie. But they called it Diphoria.
I only sigh because I hear them so much.
Yeah, I know that you probably get jaded a little bit from them. But anyway,
yeah.
They talked a lot about it, and it was kind of divided. It was 2 of the 4 said that G2 was going to win. 2 of the 4 said Fun Plus was going to win. They both had really good arguments. I didn't follow either team, but just for the sake of no reason whatsoever, I think Fun Plus will win 3-1.
And there you have it. 1 + 3-1. There you go. That's the prediction. Locked in.
Locked in, and it's probably going to be wrong. But that's okay. So then, I am out of updates for now. What about you?
Well, you know what? Before we go into our actual topic, let's talk about something that a lot of people bring up. This is, you know what? This actually might take the topic for the day.
Ooh.
Okay. When should you introduce your kid to video games? I've been thinking about that. My kid will be 2.5 in December.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to pick him up from the babysitter a couple days ago, and he was playing with their Switch. It didn't have the paddles on it, but the Switch is a touchscreen.
Yeah.
And he seemed to kind of know what he was doing. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously he's 2.5. He's not going to fully know what he's doing. He's still learning cognitively. But I did a lot of research on it and found out that, well, again, my mom said I was playing video games on our PC at 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
I was a really, really smart kid from the get-go. Not saying that the kids aren't smart. I'm just saying, like, mentally, I was able to cognitively figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting there. So I bought him his first Switch yesterday.
Okay.
And got a Mario Kart. And I'm the one that got confused.
Huh.
Yeah, mainly because I forgot with those paddles, if you tip it to the left, you're going to go to left.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually had one of my legs up on the right, so I was tipping to the left, and I was like, what the hell, I got a bad thing. And, my son, he figured out you push A, you go, but he couldn't figure out, how to go left or right. But
right.
He was figuring it out, and it was interesting, because some forums, like, for example, WebMD, I looked that up. It's just one that I like to go to get, I'm not like doctoring, because anybody can post anything on the internet, but psychological reports, they kind of go off of psychological like trials or labs or whatever, and they did 76 toddlers, 2-year-olds. They did 1/3 of the group, they did physical activity. Another group, they just gave video games. Another group, they had arts and crafts to see. And then after 2 hours of them playing or doing whatever they were doing, they brought them back in and had them sort it was objects by shape, size, and color. Now the kids that did the physical play, they were able to respond very quickly in a timely manner. The ones that were just playing video games were a little bit slower. But the cool thing is the kids that were doing art, the ones that were doing art were a little bit slower, just because they were doing their own thing. But the kids that were playing video games, they were just a little bit slower than the kids that were actually just doing active play. So it was showing that a little bit of video games isn't really going to damage kids' health.
Oh no, I wouldn't think that.
And which brings us to the next point, because I'm from the generation where video games, they blew up. Mm-hmm. My parents came from the generation where you don't play video games. They're going to rot your brain. You'll never get anywhere.
So, my opinion on this is kind of mixed because I am a gamer. Mm-hmm. But what I think is there are certain milestones that should be crossed before.
And that's what I thought as well. First thing was my child shows very good interest in electronics. Mm-hmm. I do gaming. I have a server. I know how to... I know how to do electrical. I've got video game systems. I don't know why I said electrical. I mean, I work in a data center, so everything's digital. In my world, everything's digital. My phone, my PC, they're all compatible. Mm-hmm. And I even have my own in-home network that actually works. So my kid's been exposed to that level of what the hell's the word I'm looking for? He's been exposed to that level of stuff. I'm just going to say stuff. I can't think of
it's good enough.
So, but then our other friend, Cobalt Wraith, who we had on the show, when I was discussing with him the differences between the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Switch Lite, or Elite, however you want to pronounce it. I'm pretty sure it's Lite. But he was saying his kid, who is 4 years old.
Yeah, he'll be 5 on Christmas.
Isn't showing very much interest in electronics. He doesn't care. Right. And I'm like, wow, that's a big difference. So with milestones... One milestone that showed to me was interest. What about you?
I want my kids to talk.
Yeah, I get that.
So, a good example is I have a niece and nephew who, by 2.5, were forming sentences almost. It wasn't just, Mom, please, and no.
Simple words.
Yeah, it wasn't words. It was thoughts and concepts and ideas, and they could actually communicate as opposed to just saying a word. And that's something that I personally would like to see my children do before I introduce that. Another one would be more advanced puzzles.
Gotcha.
So they have that red and blue ball with the shapes cut out, and you have to put the yellow shape in there, and then you have to be able to open the door. If my children cannot handle that, they don't get video games. Just end of discussion.
That's funny you say that, my kid gets so bored with that because he's like, I've been there, done that.
Well, right. And so then it leads into actual puzzles.
The next step.
Yes. So then you have those boards that have the letters and the shapes and things. And so it's those puzzles that are built into a board. And if they can build that, those are the type of things. I'm not saying I want my children to be geniuses, and if it takes them until they're 5 to get it, okay. Once they get it, then they can have video games. Is my opinion. I want to see.
Again, stressing that's your opinion.
Yes, yeah. I'm not going to judge anyone anywhere for how soon or how late. But for my children, they need to be able to speak more than just simple words and have advanced puzzles that are designed for. And I
get that. Yeah, I mean, I'm starting my kid early, but I'm he's already bored with all of his stuff and he wants to learn about that. So I was like, I don't want to hold him back per se from it, but I mean a big thing me and my wife did discuss, which I'm going to highly stress this because I have somebody that I know, and I'm not naming names because I don't want to offend anybody. You want to parent the way you want to parent, that's your choice. But it bothers me personally when a parent sticks their kid in front of an electronic and then just walks away.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Because we sat down with our child yesterday and we were showing him, playing with him, and interacting with him with it.
Right.
Instead of just, hey, here's the iPad, here's a video game system, I'm going to go do my thing now. No, not happening.
No, I wouldn't think that's a good idea for anyone.
Because their child is a beast.
Yeah.
That child is ridiculous. And I don't want to stress how bad it is. Everybody parents different. No two children are the same. That's a big thing. No two children are the same as well. But I don't think you should just here's the iPad. Here's the video game system. Now I get to go do what I want and leave you alone. No. Interaction is big.
Right, and
I think is big. But so it was a big new step because I was like, at what point do I move to the next level? Because he's getting bored with his toys. Because he sees the world is electronic, and what I try to stress to people is just because you're getting on an electronic does not mean that you're hurting your brain, you're hurting yourself. Technology can help with limitations. For example, I'm a big electronic person during the winter. I don't want to go outside. It's cold.
Right.
And then if there's no snow, I don't want to be outside. I want to play in the snow. But during the summer, I'm fishing, hiking, hunting.
Yeah, and you've actually stressed that a lot. And that's your winter activity is using the things inside because you're inside. It's a nice, safe, comfortable space, whereas during the summer and the spring and such, outside is comfortable.
It really is. So that was just everybody do what you want. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just sharing my experience. I introduced my child to video games last night.
Nice.
So he was that was actually entertaining to watch.
I believe that.
So, he's holding down that button for the gas, and then we're like, dude, you've got to use your thumb on. So I'm not moving the joystick. I'm actually moving his thumb, so he understands. Hey, he's moving my thumb, but he was starting to get it a little bit. But it was good. It was an interesting psychological viewpoint watching, and then I let my wife do it because I was like, you play video games with him. I don't want to be the only one that does it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That was it. I liked watching that, but it was good.
So I'm going to rustle some papers around because I have a thought that I need to write down before I forget as another topic that we can talk about later because the title of this one gives away what we're going to talk about, and we're 16 minutes in and we haven't talked about it yet.
Oh well.
No, not oh well. Let's stick with it.
So we want to do what we were going to do next week?
No, the one as I walked in.
Oh, you just
today.
had an idea. Okay.
Yeah, I just had an idea that I need to write down because it was a question I had the other day. Didn't have my papers with me. I have a little actual notebook.
I just use OneDrive that's synced up to my phone and my PC.
Yeah, I like having the physical papers, and then I'll eventually fill it up and throw it away and stuff. But I wrote it down. Sorry for the noise, but now we can get into our actual topic.
Okay. So done with the parenting thing. Again, you want to tweet me your opinions or what you think, go for it. Again, I'm not telling anybody what to do. That is something I will never do. Everybody can do something different. But there are some things that majority people are probably like, why? Okay. This one was a big one. I was so excited about this. And then I did so much research and I was laughing so hard as I was just reading stuff. Internet trolls.
Trolls.
Dude, trolls. Oh my gosh. Okay. So when I was trying to do research for it, first things I did, I looked up the definition.
Okay.
Looked up the definition of a troll, which is a mythical creature that usually is hiding under a bridge.
Oh, I thought it was the action of teasing fish with your line on the top of the water. Just trolling a line.
Oh, no, yeah, okay, there is that kind of trolling, but when you put in troll, that's what it comes up first. Trolling with fishing, yeah, you put a line behind you and you troll along.
Yeah, so it's a verb.
It can be a verb, yeah, it is a noun, it is a verb.
Nice.
Yes. Okay, but internet trolls. So I looked up two different definitions. I wanted to look up a professional one and then a non-professional
Probably
one.
Urban Dictionary or something.
Yes.
Like, oh my gosh.
Okay, so for the first one, my source was Wikipedia, which is the easiest one. And here's what it said. In internet slang, a troll is a person who starts quarrels or upsets people on the internet to distract and sow discord by posting inflammatory and digressive, extraneous, or off-topic messages in an online community, such as a news group, forum, chat, room, or blog. I'm going to add game on there. With the intent of provoking readers into displaying emotional responses and normalizing tangential.
Should that be tangible?
Tangentil. I think whoever updated this on Wikipedia didn't spell that right.
Tangential?
I don't know.
I don't know what that... Oh, tangential. So like a tangent.
Is that an actual word? Oh, hey, I feel dumb now.
No.
Tangential discussion, whether for the troll's amusement or a specific game. Again, Wikipedia. It makes sense. It kind of explains it there.
Well, see, I actually, when you started reading it, I was like, I know exactly what a troll is, but I can't put it into words like that. And that nailed it on the head. So I agree wholeheartedly with Wikipedia. This may be a first and or second time, but I liked it.
So when you go to Urban Dictionary,
here we go.
It's kind of dumb because that's when it goes a mythological. Hold on.
You can't even read
no,
it out
I can't
loud.
even read it out loud because I'm just like this is hilarious. Okay, Urban Dictionary's top definition. There's actually two of them. There's one. It's a mythological internet being that lives under an internet bridge, loves to hunt for innocent netizens.
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 Ah.
Netizens.
So like a citizen of the net.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I laughed because I was like, under a bridge, it says that, and I'm thinking more of like, you mean the bridge is his mom's basement ceiling?
Jeez. That's pretty funny.
It's a stereotype. Anyways, and then it says common tactics are antagonizing other netizens by posting racist or offensive comments, weaknesses, being outwitted or unable to antagonize others.
Yeah.
Internet trolls. But
yeah,
internet trolls.
They're everywhere.
Dude, and they're hilarious. So I went to YouTube and I looked up a video of this guy who explains himself being the most wittiest or best internet troll. But the entire video is shot with him like with no light on him. And the first thing is one of the first comments I read is he's just a master baiter.
Yep.
And I'm just like, internet trolls. There are so many different kinds of internet trolls. You've got the ones that just want to be funny with their memes, or they're just gonna try and poke fun at everything, and others that are just there because they just want to poke fun until you're pissed.
Well, and see, I think that's actually a very important distinction we need to talk about, because people being funny and memeing is different than a troll.
But it's still in the same sense as you're antagonizing, because that's
right.
what the definition is.
You're right, but see
But there's a line there.
There really is, because if your intent is to make people laugh or to be mildly uncomfortable, and then just say, "Oh, sorry, I'm just memeing," and move on, that's memeing.
Yeah,
but
which is funny because there's actually verb memeing and a noun which is becoming, I don't know if it's actually been added to the dictionary, but memer.
Oh, as a person.
A meme, yeah, as a person.
Okay.
Yeah, the things that the world comes up with today.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Well, memer, but anyways, internet trolls. So
yeah, but see, the thing is with a troll is they're doing it specifically to annoy and to bother and to incite anger and a reaction.
Yes.
And so I think there is a difference there. When you're looking for a specific angry reaction, it's different than looking for laughs and jovial sounds.
It's like with you and your puns. I would
Exactly. I'm not a troll.
Yeah, I would not say you're being an internet troll because you're not doing it to poke and antagonize.
No.
Even though sometimes I'm like, why?
But a lot of people feel that way
but it's
about jokes and puns like that. This is dumb. Okay, but the intent is to make you laugh. It's not to make you angry.
No, it's when you get in there and you get those... When you get the 13-year-old kid who's trying to show off and he's being pissed, and then we start pissing him off by slurring at him and making fun of him. We were becoming internet trolls. Yes, right. I was an internet troll then. And then his mom jumps on the microphone and starts telling us to knock it off. And then we just start clucking like chickens at her.
Oh, that's awkward.
It was hilarious.
I believe it was.
We were playing Counter-Strike Source.
Oh, gosh.
And this 13-year-old kid, he thought he was so much better, but he was trying to one-up everybody. And just, it was, oh, man. I don't remember his name because let's see, I'm 28. I wasn't married yet. I want to say I was either 19 or 20 playing Counter-Strike. The 13-year-old was just going off. You know, I'm better than you, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah? Watch, I bet you can't do this. Just those kind of comments. And then we were just going off. Indeed. I bet you can't. Indeed. Indeed. Hey, watch this. I can do that too. Indeed. We were using the word indeed a lot. It was hilarious. He got so mad. You guys better stop. I'll call my mom in here. Call your mom. Right. Indeed.
So
we would start using the word indeed at the end of every sentence. Indeed. Indeed. Go get her. Indeed. And he was just getting so pissed. His mom actually got on the microphone and I'm going to try and quote this. She goes, "You guys need to stop picking on my son." And, I can't even quote it. It was so many years ago.
Here's the actual question. Which one of you is the trolls? The group that started making fun of the kid, or the kid who thought that his mom could fix the situation
But
online?
he brought his mom on!
I know, and listen, everybody. I understand that there are those stereotypes about living in your parents' basement and all these things, and that your mom can fix it over the... It doesn't work. So just let mom be mom, and just get off the game like we talked about during other episodes on our Rage Quit and Burnout episode.
Yeah, I think the last straw that he had was, okay, so in Counter-Strike Source, you can post up a paint, which is just some picture that you have that you just put on a wall or floor or wherever, in empty space if you actually know what you're doing. And we kept covering it up. And again, saying Indeed. Hey, why'd you cover it up? Because I can. Indeed. See what I can do? Indeed. And we're all laughing. There's like 4 of us that are just going after him. And he's just lost it. Brought his mom up. You need to stop picking on my son. Or what are you going to do? Indeed. Oh, we were just going on. She got so mad. I don't know what happened, but he just disappeared.
So then I think now the topic needs to shift into... It is fun to mess... It's so hard. I am laughing, and that is funny.
When people try to troll me, it doesn't happen. You can't... I'm not going to give in and get pissed. I'm going to retaliate.
Well, right.
And, it's so funny.
And see, that's the way to counter it, is to either embrace or just say... Okay, dude, and ignore them. That's how you beat a troll.
So yeah, I was actually looking up, what do you do when you encounter a troll? First, oh my gosh, I actually came into Dungeons and Dragons first. No, that's what so I was like, what do you do? And it starts talking about you must have certain weapons depending on the troll. And I was just like, wrong troll.
Yeah.
But I went into it because I was like, oh, this is fun. I like Dungeons and Dragons.
I mean, who doesn't? Let's be honest, who doesn't?
It's a good game. But then I was like, what do you do when you actually encounter an internet troll? And now when it talks about what do you do? I mean, first off, biggest thing is you can ignore them. Yeah. If they're not going to get a reaction from you, they're eventually going to get bored.
Yeah, because their whole point, the concept of trolling, is to get an angry overreaction.
Yeah, I mean, you look at those comments on YouTube videos where somebody just posts something in. I'm just like, dude, he just did that on purpose. Half these people probably don't even think what they just said. They're just being douchebags.
Yep, so that they can then get the likes and dislikes on their comment and become famous as someone with a controversial opinion.
And then you can do what I do, which is don't ignore it and just top them off. I've let some feel like they're getting me, and then I'm just like, nah, no. And then it pisses them off. Yeah. And then just, I love trolling the trolls. Yeah.
It's fun. But here's what's not fun. Getting a troll that doesn't stop.
Yeah.
So now I know that you and I have a way of getting over it. Mine is I understand that I'm not playing on any sort of competitive level, and it literally means nothing if they want to be a jerk or, incite a reaction. So I will ignore them, or I will immediately respond with something either agreeing with them, especially if it's a flame at me. I'll be like, yeah, I know,
and that pisses so many people off.
Really
I have been there when it does. I've been there.
Or if they're flaming, immediately posting their score as well. For example, I was playing a game of League of Legends. I died 6 times, had 2 kills, and only 1 assist. And someone was like, dude, you're the worst. And I looked at them. They had 1 kill, 3 assists, and 6 deaths. And we're like, I am doing literally the exact same as you. So if I'm bad, you're also bad. And they're like, no, I'm not. I'm in a different position. I said, dude, your score doesn't lie. Just either accept that we're both bad or keep asking and I'm going to make you more angry. And so it doesn't bother me, and I know it doesn't bother you because I think you actually thrive in those kind of situations.
Oh, I do. I've got another story for what happened over the weekend, but go ahead.
But it is annoying. It really is, especially when they don't stop. When those type of measures don't stop, and then it ruins your experience.
Yeah, it really makes me wish that I had my own server again. So when growing up, me and my buddies had our own Team Fortress 2 server.
Right.
Because you could just build your own. We just found an old PC that we just built up and put it on there. And we could just kick people off.
Huh.
It was fun. But like, dude, this dude's being a douchebag. Click, off. And then you get a side message from Steam. Why'd you kick me off? Indeed. I mean, that was one of our big. That was like our big thing. It's just Indeed. It was.
It's not fair because that's one of my actual words I use in real conversation.
I used to use it before I knew you. It's so funny.
But it's not fair because now that we've released this episode and it's a meme. That's what it's developed into now is a meme. Indeed. It's a troll thing now, but it's a word I actually use.
My buddy Liquid has the story so down. He just doesn't forget things. It's great. We'll have to bring him on to talk about it one of these days, but it is hilarious. He brought me up because when we went over to we went up north this on Sunday to see an old friend.
Yes.
We were going to go see our friend. One of the ones that was really pissing him off with the Indeed thing. Mm-hmm. And then he totally put Indeed in his name after that. Oh, gosh. So there was probably a good 5 months that I had Indeed on my name as well. Alvatross17 #INC Indeed. just because we wanted to troll the kid. We never ran into him again. I don't know if his mom was like, "You're done playing video games."
Yeah. I mean, and that's another really good way to avoid a troll is stop playing that game. In a community that small, I know that the Counter-Strike source was...
It was so much bigger back then, and then it kind of shrank because they weren't coming up with updates. You're right, but oh my gosh, there were so many trolls in there, and I mean, you get people all the time that would do that. But,
yeah.
No, we just trolled, but that one's just the most famous one. I think the most recent one I got. I don't play public anymore though. I haven't played public in a long time, just because my friend group's so big. I'm like, I don't need public.
It's a great feeling.
It really is. Okay, last year... Was it last year?
I don't know.
I'm just going to say this. Internet troll Big Steve.
He's not an internet troll. And that poor guy, we're going to need to have him as a guest to cover up the amount of flame that you've thrown at him.
It's just funny because we're such good friends. He knows he can pick on me because I'm like... I'm a big person. I'm a big boy. Mm-hmm. Not fat. I'm just I'm an adult. I can take...
Emotionally, you're a big person.
I'm a very, very solid person, so people know that they can give me a lot of crap. Mm-hmm. And that's what he does to me. But it's fun because he will try to troll me, and it doesn't work. Why? I'll switch games. Mm-hmm. And then he'll jump in that one. He was trolling me because he was just going straight for me on Overwatch.
I remember.
And it was irritating me a bit because I'm like, dude, I'm trying to learn this new game. And he would not let me. He was doing it on purpose, so I was like, well, fine, I'm going to switch games. I remember switching to Night Squad, so he switched Night Squad, and he tried doing the same thing, but I'm sorry.
You're better at that
I'm better than a lot of people at that game. It's so easy. But anyways, I'm not the best. Don't take that. But if you want to challenge me, let's go. I'll do this.
At Alvatross17.
Challenge accepted. I don't care who you are. Let's do this.
I think it's challenge presented because you are presenting.
Fine, challenge presented. You challenge accept. Anyways, but yeah, kicked his trash. So I trolled him.
Yeah.
But that's more like a friendly internet troll though.
Yeah, and see, that's what I was gonna say. Is that's not quite trolling. That's a friendly competition and trying to mess around.
Yeah, because it's been a year since I played public. Because I don't play Call of Duty. I'm like that. Running around shooting people on that game, it doesn't interest me. Mm-hmm. I have another buddy who does it all the time. Go for it. Doesn't interest me. My friend group is so big I don't need to do it anymore. But internet trolls are a real thing. And the other thing is bullying with it.
And see, that's, I think, another line that gets crossed a lot is when trolling becomes bullying.
Yeah, it can get too far. Now, I can for sure say I went too far with the whole Indeed thing. I'm hoping the kid didn't just commit suicide.
That got dark.
It really did. But I mean I think that way. Mm-hmm. But his you need to stop picking on my kid, my boy, whatever she said.
I really wish we had video because every time you imitate the mom, you put your hand up by your face in the shape of a phone.
It was just so funny. She totally had the headset on and was like, you need to stop. We totally just, all of us. There was 4 or 5 of us just going at it. Oh, it was funny. Indeed. Oh yeah, what are you gonna do? Cluck cluck. Cluck. Yeah, we did. I clucked like chicken. Said the Indeed thing. Oh man, that was all.
I want to say this. As fun as it can be sometimes, I do not want to promote trolling.
No, there is a time and place to do it.
When combating another troll, and when you have yourself and the situation under control, there are... Is that weird that control and troll were in the same sentence?
Well, I think it's because trolls are trying to gain control.
Nice.
Did you like that?
I did. I liked that a lot. But if the situation is right, like Alvatross said, it can be very funny. But that in my opinion is me. Anytime I say funny, you just start laughing.
That's funny because I'm literally I keep hearing her voice in my head as she jumped on. Because 3 of us were in the same room as it happens.
Oh,
so
gosh.
we got loud. So I'm pretty sure you heard an echo of chicken clucks.
That I want to laugh out loud. I really do.
Just do it. It's so funny.
I can't because I'm giving this speech about not promoting trolling, and you're wanting me to laugh at it, and I can't do that.
He started it, which is not a fair comment to say.
Sure it is. But you're right, it's not. But what I am saying is, when you have the situation under control, stop it. You're laughing at me again. There are moments when it can be funny, but just like everything else, there's a moderation. Be a memer. Be someone who's funny.
I'm sorry.
No one's going to take us seriously after this.
I know.
But don't be a troll. Don't intentionally try to ruin someone's day or their experience, because that's just not nice, and nobody likes it when it's done to them. So we're not promoting trolling in any way.
No, but it does make me want to go play public just so I can see like other trolls. Because that's the thing. When I was playing public, you could try to troll me or my group of friends. I'm pretty sure a handful of our friends right now, if we played public, would join me in trolling a troll back.
Oh, for sure. I have personally experienced this because the same group that you play with, I played with before we met you.
Yeah.
And so I've seen it happen. It is so entertaining to see someone say something and trying to get the reaction, and watch 3 of your buddies all just say, "You're an idiot," or "You're wrong," or say something really quippy.
Oh, where you get the people that are backing you up?
Yeah. My buddies, all like 3 of them just went bam, 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 and just shut the dude down. It was really funny, and it can happen, and it is entertaining, but only if someone else starts it.
Yeah, I at this point in my life, I'm not a bully. I didn't grow up a bully, and I won't bully somebody. But I mean, I'm gonna stand my ground.
Right.
I mean, that 13-year-old kid had it coming. Now, there are other people that I have trolled back. But that one was just the funniest story because his mom came on the microphone. And yes, I keep bringing it up. I know.
Every time you say got on the microphone, I just think of the Avengers movie where Thor has to get on and save Korg from... What's his name? 69? What's the guy's name?
Oh my gosh. You know, I'm looking it up right now. Where's my phone?
Oh, you're going to look it up?
I want to look it up. Okay.
That's okay. Confession here, I have been doing a little bit of team management on the side. That's why you had such a long rant about everything, is because I was actually over here on the computer posting and managing and such. So we'll give me a chance to talk so long. And yeah, it's in the Avengers Endgame, and Korg is playing Fortnite, which, number one, is so silly. And then he said, "Hey, this guy's back. Get him, Thor." And so he does. Thor gets on the microphone and yells at the guy, and it's super, super funny. And I can't remember his name.
I'm looking it up right now, but I don't want to. Who was playing Fortnite in the end game? What was the kid's name? Damn it! I'm totally looking this up. I'm just looking for it.
If you don't get it in the next 10 seconds, I'm going to just open it up to people tweeting us.
You might want to do that.
6.
It doesn't say. Oh, Noob Master 69. Noob Master 69.
There it was.
Noob Master 69, this is Thor. If you don't get off right now.
That's right.
That is how you take down a troll. You get Thor to threaten him.
And then tell me that you know Thor so that we can meet him too, because that's actually a really important thing that needs to happen in my life.
Oh, yeah. I would love to meet Thor. The real Thor.
So here's the ultimate funny about this episode to me is the title is Trolls, and we do talk about it, but it takes 16 minutes to get in. So imagine someone like, ooh, Trolls? This is going to be interesting. And hearing us talk about babies and colors and tweets and things for 16
minutes. That is totally
minutes.
Trolling, because that's probably antagonizing to get to
it kind of is.
That's actually really funny.
Yeah, which is why I wanted to continue into the episode.
Indeed.
The darker side of me wanted to just end the, keep going on something else and then let that be Trolls, meaning we are, because that's not what we talked about at all. That would have been immensely funny to me.
That would have been funny. Totally trolling.
Yeah. But that's why I said, okay, I need to write this down so that we can move back in, because I'm not a troll, and as funny as it would be, I'm not like that.
So would that make me, in an internet standpoint, a troll slayer?
I'm not going to argue that.
Because I will totally fight back an internet troll, just because it entertains me.
And I hope it entertains our audience here. Get some ammo and put it in your gun, and handling these trolls, because we talked about in our burnout about people inting, and getting you really frustrated and how to handle all of that. And I think it applies right here. If you're getting trolled, you either need to take a quick little break or use some of these other strategies that we discussed and just move on and play your game.
And if you end up doing that and their mom comes on, I want to hear about it. That's just the funniest one. That's the funniest troll I've ever come into. I mean, because you got the internet segment on Timesuck. Trolls everywhere. He is so good. He's so good at finding them. You can go to anywhere and just find them. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was just funny. The guy, I'm the greatest internet troll revealed. And, then you're seriously white background and you're there's no light on you, so you can see your face. And the first comment on there is, he's the masturbator. M-A-S-T-E-R.
Yeah,
B-A-I-T-E-R.
That's been a thing for a long time. Not the dirty thing,
the clean one, but I'm just like, oh my gosh.
I remember the first time I saw that was years ago. Because you can bait people in games where you're taking hits and like running toward a bush, and then out of nowhere your team ganks them and they're like, hi, you got baited. And if you're good at it, you're a master baiter.
Yeah.
And that's funny to me.
I still think internet trolls are really funny at the same time. Because you got the teabagging ones too.
Oh.
Did you ever do that growing up? Teabag
people? Once I figured out how to crouch, I did it maybe twice, but then I realized it doesn't actually accomplish anything or mean anything, and so I stopped.
It pisses people off once in a while.
But I only played at LAN parties. I didn't play it online.
Oh, well, you see, I did play online with public before I got the big friend group. That was I never have to play public again. But teabagging.
Yeah, I only did it because I learned how to do it, and so I was like, hey, watch this. And they were like, oh, don't do that! I was like, okay. So I only did it a couple of times.
I'm gonna mount my kill.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, that pissed people off. What are you doing? Don't do that to me! Do that! Dude, it's just a character on the internet. But, people took that seriously.
And that's another topic for another day, I think.
Teabagging?
No, never mind. Just forget it. Just forget it.
What's the topic today? Teabag.
We're not doing that. Could you imagine reading that title and be like, what the heck is going on here?
You're not a true gamer if you do not know what the teabag is.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm not going to tell you what it is. You know what this... Juhadre mentioned a little bit of what it is. No, if you don't know what that is, you are not a true gamer.
Unless the game you play doesn't have that feature.
What game these days doesn't have crouch unless you're
literally any MOBA.
Okay, so then what do you do to mark your kill? What do you do to mark your kill in that game?
You can spam an emote, or
I mean, I know you could spam or do taunt.
yeah. So there are some characters in MOBAs where if you put the taunt or the laugh or the dance or whatever on a hotkey and you just tap it, they do some weird little thing, and you go.
Oh yeah, I mean, I used to do that.
That's it.
So I used to do that in Destiny all the time because you can't. I mean, you can crouch people, so you could do the teabagging, but it was also really fun when somebody's like, "Oh, I got this." Like when they were trying to snipe and they missed. Mm-hmm. Dude, I did a little dance. Ha! You missed, bastard.
Yeah.
So that was always fun. Oh man.
I don't know that the
Stupid Siri.
I agree.
I didn't say hey Siri.
But did you now? You did now.
No.
Are you gonna listen?
I threw it.
Is she listening?
No.
I'm trolling you.
Indeed.
Nice. Here are some not trolls though. I think we're pretty done here with this topic. We talked a lot about it, given some advice.
We've slain this troll.
I agree. So, if you have any comments or questions regarding this episode or anything else, Juhadre,
or you even want to know more about us.
Yeah, don't be afraid to hit us up at Juhadre on Twitter, at Alvatross17 on Twitter.
I just wanted to see if you'd remember.
What? If I remember. Anyway,
okay,
at
I drew a blank. I'm sorry. I was like, wait, what?
At Juhadre, at Alvatross17, anything you want to know. Also, follow at Rated R LOL for the League of Legends team that I manage, and Rated R Esports. You search that on Twitter. It's actually at rated_R_esports, but it's easier to just search Rated R.
Yeah, you can still find it, or if you really want to, you can go to our pages and you can click the link from there.
Exactly.
We are on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play. What was the other one?
No, the other one is just a way to get out there.
Oh, okay. So we're not. Okay,
and YouTube, I guess.
Like YouTube, but.
And so, in regard to that, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's how this is going to grow. Mm-hmm. Because as of right now, I think the most views was episode 1 of Juhadre with like 46. And then after that, it hasn't gone above 30. Except for the Eureka Fresh.
I gotta be honest. Plus, if people start talking to us, we'll know, oh, hey, people like this, they didn't like this.
Exactly. So talk to us, look it up, subscribe, like.
Love.
Aw. That was cute.
Laugh.
Live, love, laugh.
Live, love,
and
I got that sign in my kitchen.